Hello and welcome to my first video. We are going to jump right into our resist techniques with stickers. This is a simple way to add some dimension to a layer. Choose some stickers in various shapes and place them randomly or in a pattern. Some really interesting mandalas can be achieved by layering your stickers in a pattern. Don't be afraid to make your own shapes by cutting other stickers or using a paper punch on adhesive sheets to get exactly the size or shape that you want. The most important thing is that you want your stickers to be low tack so they don't pull up your background paper. If your adhesive is too sticky, just put the sticker on your pants once or twice to reduce the tackiness before applying the sticker to your project. You can do many layers of stickers to create an interesting background. Just make sure your paint is dry before and after you've added the stickers, but before you remove them. Wax is another resist. Use a white crayon to draw a layer of color. You can doodle, accent interesting parts of your first layer of color, or sketch a simple picture. Try varying the pressure you use to create more opaque or translucent portions. Don't limit yourself to only a white crayon. Try different colors of wax to complement or contrast with your background. There are also clear crayons. You can even try beeswax or encaustics wax to change things up. Anything waxy will work. I have even used a candle for a light-colored resist. But be bold and experiment. It's just a resist, and it's just art. Regular white glue is another permanent resist. It leaves a semi-gloss coating that cannot be removed. You can get some neat effects by squeezing lines of glue on your background. Think faces, shapes, and simple abstract lines. And then we have oil pastels, which are similar to wax in the resist arena, but I like how oil pastels can be blended. You can achieve some spectacular effects if you layer oil pastels in different areas. My sample only shows that they act as a resist with a water-based spray. I didn't go into any of the possibilities this medium offers by layering or shading colors. Just like with wax, don't limit yourself to only using white. There are too many other beautiful colors to force yourself to stick to white. Tape offers an easy, quick resist. I find that washi tape is perfect for this technique. Like blue painter's tape, it is low tack, so it is ready to go right off the roll. Thin tape, thick tape, it's all good tape for this resist. I enjoy using my wider tapes for this process because I can tear shapes and create fantastic abstract resists. I can even create things like mountains and landscapes from torn washi or painter's tape. Using torn tape forces me to be more free with the process, as it's difficult to tear precisely. You can also cut the tape into more controlled shapes, or you can even just whack at it with scissors for a more organic look, just like with the stickers. It is important your first layer be completely dry before laying down the tape, and be sure the layer you paint over the tape is thoroughly dry before removing it. Try layering tape and paint for interesting backgrounds. You could even use clear packing tape as a similar but different resist, but the packing tape will be permanent. A permanent glossy surface for a lake or a window could be exactly what you want, though. And then we move on to Frisket, or masking fluid, which is probably the most well-known resist technique, but I have mixed feelings about it. Not all Frisket is the same, and sometimes it doesn't remove cleanly, or at all. I like Incredible White Mask by Graphics, and have had good results with Dr. P.H. Martin's Frisket Mask Liquid. Both are easy to apply and peel off. You can apply Frisket with just about anything, depending on the look you're going for. There are specific tools made for Frisket application too. These samples use the applicator from the Dr. P.H. Martin's bottle, a large ruling pen, which is my favorite tool to use, and the Incredible Nib by Graphics, which I don't care for. However you apply it, it is super important to stir the Frisket, not shake it. There are a couple of guidelines to using Frisket. First, apply only a thin coat. You will appreciate this tip when it's time to peel off the Frisket, I promise. The second guideline is to stir and not shake. We don't want bubbles in our Frisket. Only leave the Frisket on a short time. You don't want to apply Frisket and leave it on for weeks, or it may not come off. It does not need to be removed within minutes or hours, but you don't want to leave it on any longer than necessary. Apply the Frisket when you're ready to use it and let it dry thoroughly. Finish that area and peel up the Frisket with your index finger. It is oddly satisfying to peel up all that Friskety goodness, trust me. You will be left with the area you masked. Another tip is to make sure your top layer is dry before removing the Frisket. Following these guidelines should increase your chances of success with the finicky Frisket. Gel medium is also an interesting resist. Since it's fluid, it can be applied in limitless ways. I have applied it through a stencil in my sample. A thin, even layer is best no matter how you apply it. It dries glossy and permanent, but very translucent. Gel medium is quick and easy to apply, can be applied in limitless ways, dries very clear, and has nice, crisp lines once it's dry. You can choose matte, semi-gloss, or gloss, so you have control over the level of shininess your resist has. Colored gel medium has the same properties as plain gel medium. It has just a drop of acrylic paint added to it to give it some color. There is a method of colored gel medium I add to my sample, but there is also another method that I don't demonstrate. Lay down a stencil and apply clear gel medium. Once dry, apply color over the top of the raised stencil design. This is just another way to add color to your gel medium resist, but it gives you a completely different effect. And the final resist that we'll cover is paper cutouts. Cut out shapes from any paper. Here I'm using plain copy paper. If this is a resist you will use often, cover your cutout shapes with packing tape. It only takes a second to cover the front and back, and your shapes will resist the paint so you can use them over and over. After your shapes are cut out, apply a few little rolled up pieces of tape to one side. Paint over the cutouts, let the paint dry, and remove. It's really that simple. There you have it, the 9 resist techniques we were to cover. This video is the first in a series of background ideas designed to help you break the dreaded white page. All that blank space can be intimidating. A lot of artists discover they have a block when confronting all of that blank paper. I'm hoping to help you conquer this fear by giving you some ideas to break that white page. You can use one technique or combine a few. The idea is just to get some color on the page so you can move on to expressing your creative greatness. Don't worry if you decide to go in a different direction after using one of these techniques. We're just concerned with creating your first layer. We just want to start the creative adventure and get going. These are also good to do when you want to add another layer to your piece. Consider the ideas in this series to be the basics you can always go to when you need ideas. You can even use these ideas as practice or to warm up when you're just playing around. None of these are new or secret. Hopefully you are reminded of a few things you had forgotten if they are all familiar, and maybe you've discovered a new way to create a resist. I am only trying to help fill your toolbox with some low-stress ways to pump up your art. I hope you've enjoyed my first video. There are more on the way. And I hope you've learned some new resist techniques to help you with your art. I wish you nothing but continued success in your art journey. I would love it if you left a comment. It would be great to know which resist technique is your favorite or whether you struggle with any of them. You can also share any resist techniques I left out. I am already thinking of a couple more I will include in a future video, but I would love to hear about any you would like to see included. Thanks again for watching. Please hit that like button and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on all of the videos I have planned. Not only will we finish this series, but we'll make soap, paper, and candles, along with acrylic pouring, collage, and countless other adventures. I hope you'll join me as we continue to explore art together. Thanks again!